A furious Donald Trump reportedly clashed with Benjamin Netanyahu as Iran warned Israel against any attack on Beirut. According to reports, Trump blasted Netanyahu during a heated call while Iran warned that Beirut was a red line. Tehran urged residents of northern Israel to evacuate as tensions between Trump and Netanyahu escalated over Lebanon. Trump reportedly warned Netanyahu that Israel's actions in Lebanon were deepening international anger and isolation. As Trump pushed for restraint, Netanyahu vowed more action in Lebanon while Iran threatened broader consequences. Even as Trump called for restraint, Iran raised the stakes with a direct warning aimed at Israel. The warning was addressed to residents of northern Israel as concerns grew over possible regional escalation. Iran's Qatar Al-Anbiya headquarters warned Israelis to leave northern areas if Beirut is targeted by Israeli strikes. Ali Abdullahi said, and I quote, "Given Israel's repeated violations of the ceasefire, if this threat is carried out, we warn residents of northern areas and military settlements in Israel to leave the area if they do not want to be harmed." Unquote. The warning came after Israeli officials threatened military action against Beirut and its southern suburbs. Iran cautioned that any expansion of Israeli operations in Lebanon could lead to a much wider conflict. Reports suggest Trump and Netanyahu held a tense phone conversation as the Lebanon crisis continued to worsen. Trump reportedly urged restraint, warning that a strike on Beirut could undermine ongoing diplomatic efforts. Donald Trump said, and I quote, "I had a conversation with Bibi Netanyahu today, asking him not to go into a major raid of Beirut, Lebanon. He turned his troops around. Thank you, Bibi. I also had a conversation with representatives of the leaders of Hezbollah, and they agreed to stop shooting at Israel and its soldiers. Likewise, Israel agreed to stop shooting at them. Let's see how long that lasts. Hopefully it will be for eternity." Unquote. According to Axios, the discussion became heated as the two leaders clashed over Israel's approach to Lebanon. Axios reported that Trump sharply criticized Netanyahu and accused him of acting recklessly during the call. According to Axios, Donald Trump said, and I quote, "You're crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. I'm saving your Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this." Reports further claim that Trump stepped in to prevent a planned Israeli strike on Beirut. Trump later said both Israel and Hezbollah had agreed to stop firing and de-escalate tensions. But renewed exchanges of fire soon cast doubt on how long any ceasefire arrangement might last. Netanyahu said he made it clear to Trump that Israel would target Beirut if Hezbollah continued its attacks. The Israeli Prime Minister added that military operations in southern Lebanon would proceed as planned. Benjamin Netanyahu said, and I quote, "I spoke this evening with President Trump and told him that if Hezbollah does not stop firing at our cities and citizens, Israel will strike terrorist targets in Beirut. This position of ours remain unchanged. Concurrently, the IDF will continue to operate as planned in southern Lebanon." Unquote. Israel had earlier ordered strikes on targets in Beirut's southern suburbs in response to Hezbollah attacks. The IRGC warned that any Israeli move crossing what Tehran considers its red lines in Lebanon would be treated as a direct war against Iran and its allies. Iran also warned that further Israeli escalation in Lebanon could trigger the opening of new fronts across the region, significantly widening the conflict. Tehran signaled that developments in Lebanon are closely tied to its wider regional security strategy and the interests of the so-called resistance axis. Siren alarms rang out across multiple northern border towns after the IDF detected a suspected hostile aerial target approaching Israeli airspace, prompting residents to seek shelter and emergency services to mobilize. Following the reported drone strike, IDF troops were deployed to the impact site to carry out a thorough scan and assessment of the scene for any unexploded ordnance or other threats. Military officials say the suspected Hezbollah drone crashed in an open border area without causing injuries, and local authorities are continuing inspections to confirm the extent of damage. In a related episode, the IDF intercepted 2 rockets launched by Hezbollah toward the Beirut area along the Israel-Lebanon border, preventing what could have been a far more serious escalation. Officials report that the rocket attack on the Beirut border region caused no casualties, though it intensified fears among nearby residents and spurred additional military readiness. In response to these incidents, the IDF said it launched a new wave of strikes targeting Hezbollah infrastructure in Tyre and other locations in southern Lebanon, aiming to degrade the group's operational capabilities. The latest exchanges follow a May 30th attack in which Iran-backed Hezbollah fired multiple rockets from Lebanon into Israeli territory, marking a continued pattern of cross-border hostilities. The rockets were reportedly fired toward western Galilee, triggering fresh panic across northern Israeli communities. Safed, Kiryat Shmona, and Carmel were among the areas targeted by Hezbollah's latest deadly barrage, Times of Israel reported. Videos circulating online appeared to show a barrage of missiles and drones launched toward Israel by Hezbollah fighters. The Israel Defense Forces claimed several incoming rockets were intercepted, while others landed in open areas. Hezbollah also reportedly launched multiple drones, with one striking a military zone near Shamera. The IDF said Israeli forces are now preparing for the possibility of more incoming fire from Hezbollah. Hezbollah's latest attacks come as Israeli forces have widened military operations deeper into southern Lebanon. On May 28th, Israel carried out an airstrike in Beirut for the first time in nearly 3 weeks. Israeli warplanes struck the Lebanese capital, reportedly targeting a commander linked to an Iranian-backed militia network. On May 29th, Benjamin Netanyahu said Israeli troops had crossed Lebanon's Litani River amid escalating Hezbollah attacks.
I came here today with the Minister of Defense, the Deputy Chief of Staff, the Commander of the Northern Command, the Division Commander, networking, with the commanders you see here with the soldiers in the field. I spoke with the brigade commanders who are currently in the field and I hear them. And I also hear the soldiers, some of whom are right here behind me. There is a tremendous fighting spirit here. From here we are managing the battle against Hezbollah in the north. And I must tell you that there are very impressive results here. Our forces have crossed the Litani. They have ascended to the commanding heights. We are also operating in Beirut, operating in the Bekaa across the entire front, and they are striking Hezbollah. A crushing defeat. When I say this, it's not just a passing remark to a brigade commander. The soldiers also tell me this in every encounter with them. In every engagement, we are both eliminating Hezbollah and sending them fleeing. And this spirit is what gives us these achievements. I salute you. Guys, you are lions and you have lion commanders, and you are proving the strength of the spirit of the Israel Defense Forces. Continue with great success all the way to the end. Thank you. Thank you.